that going? Okay. Hi. I promise you another one today at least. So, I'm gonna try and go through it as fast as I can. Took the top layer off. It's in the 70s now. Yeah, what does it say? It's like middle 70s. It's nice out now. And my friend goes, "It's Christmas. You should wear a Christmas hat, not your pink one." Okay, this has a Christmas tree on it. Ho. There you go. There's my Christmas hat. You happy now? Alright, so I told you, let me come grab this here. Yeah, you're gonna ask. Okay, fuck off, I'm with the band. That's what it says. Never said I was nice. I'm naughty. This is what I showed you before, so I just took the plastic off. These are actually avocado cuttings. They're still moist too, like the day I put them in here. I haven't given them a lick of water since. And I'm going to show you how I did it. This is actually really cool. Now, I use this. It's an avocado leaf. I grow avocado here, but here in Florida you can actually go to the supermarket and you can get these for dirt cheap. Now, I'm guessing like if you're in Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, places like that, you probably can find these in the produce section. If not, then you're kind of shit out of luck. But you can use other things. So I've used the same technique I'm going to show you now with potatoes. Potatoes work great. And bananas for littler ones. Bananas work good. Well, not good. And what else? Shoot, just about anything. I mean, if you have a vegetable that's going bad, like a tomato or something like that, I guess you could do that. But the reason why this works so well is because, I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos, aloe kind of works like a rooting hormone. I've never bought those jars of those expensive powders or whatever that these people use for rooting hormones. I use my garden, and I use this. Or if I have to use some kind of little whatever antifungal, I use a little honey. You can spit on it too. It works great. Believe it or not, it really does. But for this demonstration, I'm going to use the aloe leaf because that's what I used over there. It works out unbelievably well. And the cool thing is there's a ton of moisture in aloe. Like if you cut an aloe leaf here and come back a few days later, you'll see it's sealed up on the end. I might actually have one inside. Hang on a second. Let's get to you. Oh yeah, let me bring it out. Yeah. Oh, I'm here. Sorry about that. This is what I was talking about. I've been using this one actually on my foot. And I cut it all the time. And you see what happens at the end of it? It's all dark and gets pinched all tight. And this part's really thick. They heal themselves. You see how it dips down right here? So I cut it, and after a few days of sitting on the counter, it seals itself up. These things heal themselves. Okay? It's a miracle plant, really is. So anyway, sorry about that. I really wanted to show you. So, let me put my little towel down here. Make sure you can actually see this. Yeah. And so I've got super sharp knife. I'm going to use this for my cuttings. But I got you a few examples because even though I'm using the tips of some of my aloe branches that were cut from the tree, I actually went out and got you, I've got a little branch of one of my mulberry bushes I cut here. Longevity. My longevity spinach, which you know I love this shit. And sorry stuff. And actually I cut the bottom branch of a tomato that's out there doing really well, but I didn't want the branch hitting the dirt because you see the leaves are getting crappy. And you can even do this with a tomato. Now, since these are smaller, when you cut off branches like that, you can shove those in bananas, you know, tomatoes, potato, whatever. You don't have to do it. But this is for bigger cuttings because this aloe branch is wide. It's got good girth. Us girls like that. Alright. Oh man. Like I said, noti. Alright, so the end, you don't want that. You see this light color here? You don't want to use that, eat it, consume it, none of that stuff. Can't do it. So, I cut off that part of the aloe, and then what I do is, I've got my little tub here. It's clear so you can see through it. And then I do like little slices, not that little. I cut down, I'd say that's about 1 inch and change. You'll get used to it after you play with it for a while. I'll do 5 here for you guys. Right. Now it's got little spiny things here that stab you. So after you do your little slices, just take those and get the ends off there. And you see you're left with that. Looks like a crescent-shaped cutting right there. I took the sides off. You don't have to cut the sides off, but I do. More of the moisture gets out that way, so I'm going to cut the sides off really quick. This is the part where everybody speeds shit up. Alright, so I do that. Now, if you have little cuttings and you have a piece that's like pretty wide, like this one, you can put 2 small ones in there if you want. But I did mine, you know, mostly for the avocados, so I only use 1 cutting in each. Now you see in my tub here, I'm taking them and I'm going to stand them up straight down the middle here, like this. You can see that. See how they're standing up? Oh, that one fell over almost. They're slippery. If you cut them good, they'll stand up straight. Alright, so I've got my, let's take one of these. I'm going to strip the side branches off. Oh, none of that stuff. None of these leaves. And I'll snip these off. And usually where you see here, once it roots, you'll see little nodes come out. Takes a little bit, but I'm going to cut this off right at a node right there, kind of on an angle. Jake, get out of the leaves. And then what I do is, in one of the big ones, I go, I don't like that. Let me cut that. Okay. And you take this and you go, and I stick it like kind of right down in there, in that gel. And the thing is, the aloe's kind of clear. You can see where the avocado cutting's coming down. It's gooey like snot or something else you guys are thinking about. I know what you're thinking. Right. So, stick it in there. I put it off to the side. Now, when I do these, the bigger cuttings, I only use 1 piece per cutting, and I'll stick it in the middle. But this is a demonstration, so just stick it in there, right? That's how I do it. Now, the mulberry, I'll do the same thing. I'm going to strip the leaves off. If y'all grow mulberry and you got deer, by the way, heads up, because deer love this shit. They'll eat the crap out of it. It's good, like goats and stuff, they love to eat this. Everybody should grow mulberry. Mulberries are awesome. So, I'm going to cut the stem down just a teeny bit. And I'm going to stick it like right next to where I just did this one. Ordinarily, I'd give them like you could put 2 or 3 in one of these. Because see how much skinnier this is? And I just stick that down in there. Like that. And put them in there. And the little tomatoes, the same deal. There. These roots so easy though. I mean, you can just do this and almost stick it in dirt and it does it. But the thing is, this gives a tomato a really good healthy start because they're so prone to fungus and shit like that. You know, I'm going to snip a little bit off. And I'm going to stick him in the side of a smaller one here. You know, because he can root without all the fungus and garbage that they get from the dirt and all that. And why not? You know, if you have extra to stick them in, you do it. And the longevity is the same. I'm going to take the leaves off. These actually, you don't have to leave top leaves. If you see, I leave top leaves and sometimes cut them off to at least leave a little bit of leaf. Longevity, you can take the leaves all off, right, like that. It'll root, even without the leaves. This root's so easy, a kid can do it. Stick it in there. So, let's just throw the rest of these in there, and then I'm going to show you what I do afterwards. Now we'll stick this one in here. Oh, let me cut it. It's a little short, but whatever. Stick him in there, and we'll do this one. And the thing is, where, you know, ordinarily you'll read whatever you're trying to root. Takes a certain amount of time, whatever. This'll cut that in half, which is great. You know, you want to be able to root things and grow them as fast as possible. This literally cuts it in half, because you don't have to monitor moisture and stuff. This is nothing but moisture. Aloe is water. And so you don't have to water it, you don't have to do anything. In fact, the ones I put over there, it's almost to the point of being too moist. And it's because of the aloe. I didn't water it. I just tented it without putting like a little plastic over it. I'll show you now. So I'm going to take this one out for now. So what I do is, it doesn't matter what size tub you have or whatever, you know what I mean? They're sitting in their little plugs here like that. And remember, it can be, you know, your potato, your banana, whatever, depending on the size of your thing. Like this is a good candidate right here for banana. You got rotten bananas, you know, clip some of the branches off your tomatoes that are already full grown, and strip the leaves off and shove them in the rotten banana. You're gonna have rooted tomatoes in no time at all. And by the way, if it's a mature, you know, fruiting tomato already, you're gonna be producing fruit right away. Shortcut. You know, if you have a great tomato plant that you love, just start cutting branches off and shoving them everywhere. You don't have to start them from seed, nothing. I mean, you're going to have tomato plants more than you can possibly deal with, you know. So, next thing, I got my little dirt tub here. No shovel. That sucks. Alright, I don't know where my shovel is. I'll use my hands. That's what she said. Alright. And then what I do is I just kind of go in and backfill it with just a little bit of dirt, like this. You know, move it around a little bit. Oh, there's a bug. This is like backup dirt I have for my seedlings because I know no weeds will grow through it. It's dry. But the truth is, even though the dirt here is dry, it doesn't matter because these cuttings are already sitting inside something really moist and gelatinous, which is great. You know, I mean, if you want to sprinkle some water in it, you know, a little water over it, you know, after a while, I recycle these juice bottles and then I poke holes in the top and I make my own little sprinklers for seedlings. It doesn't hurt them and it's all gentle. So you do that. You don't have to. I usually don't. I'm just doing that for demonstration now. And then I usually take a piece of plastic that I've recycled or whatever, and I go and I just put it over the top. It's loose, you know. They can get a... Alright, I'm really sorry about that. The camera cut out all of a sudden. It's like, memory low. I'm gonna die. So, I forget what the heck I was saying because I just had to erase a bunch of crap that's been sitting in there forever just to go back and do this. So anyway, we were tenting this thing. Oh yeah, don't, you know, while it's rooting, like I have mine sitting out here on the patio under my little rafters here. It never really gets direct light at all. It's just like it's daylight, you know, but sun never hits it or anything like that. Until they start budding and you can see signs of life where, okay, they're getting little sprouts and things like that. And even then, you don't want to put them, obviously, directly out. I mean, if you're a gardener, you know that. You want to give them a chance to grow some roots, blah, 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 and be good. And you'll be able to tell, you'll see new leaves or buds form, whatever, depending on what kind of cutting that you're putting in there. And then, occasionally you want to take this off and check it. Mine's really loose. It's got a tear on the bottom, so it gets a little bit of air. It's just protected from bugs and things like that. So it's not tight and airlocked or anything like that. And I just put it off to the side. And depending on what it is, give it some time. Avocado branches, they'll take about 20 days. 15 to 20 days. I've done them pretty quick with this method. But because the aloe feeds it, keeps it watered, kind of, because it's moist, and you never have to worry about it. And it's not like it's actually sitting in water because aloe's antifungal. So it works out great. Win-win, Aloe is just amazing. Really, really great for rooting plants. So that was my one thing for today. I wanted to show you guys. And that's about it, I guess. I've got a few more, but I don't have time to do them today. I need to get back out there and get back to work. And if you have any questions on this, just, message me in the options down below, I guess, or whatever. Comments down below. And I'll help you out best I can. I'm the rooting queen, baby. I root everything. And it really is the way to get food the quickest. I mean, if you're in a hurry from plants that are established already, and you want to get food, fruit, and what have you, there's, like I said before, few exceptions, not many, but in general, you'll get food fast. It's the way to do it, especially if it's from a plant who's produced quite well for you and you like the taste of it and all that. That's the way to go, Okay, so that's the other one I wanted to do for you today, and I know I'll probably do a few more before the big old Xmas hits us. But in the meantime, it's the afternoon in Florida. I need to keep gardening, and I also need to make a drink, because that's what we do down here. It's how we roll. Can't garden without a drink from the garden. Alright, I love you. Yeah, it's all nasty and sticky from the aloe. It's like green. Don't get that in your eye. The outside part, I mean. So, alright, do stuff with Nikki. Out. Stay green, little wild and dirty. Doesn't hurt either. And gooey sometimes. Save that for nighttime, though. Love you guys. Peace out.